Camera rolling. And 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to Leadership Sketches, our weekly reality check on creative leadership. I'm Gianluca Cinquepalmi, and for over 20 years I've been working in the design, innovation, and leadership field. Every week I want to share ideas and thoughts on creativity, leadership, and everything in between. In this sketch, an uncomfortable journey. So we begin our journey here is a reboot of an experiment that I did a few months ago. And many of you enjoyed the content that we created. And so I decided to push forward and to see if I can become better at sharing knowledge and ideas with you. One of the things that many of you commented was fun how I doodle on a couple of slides. And I want to share something a little bit personal with you today, which is there are several things that I'm self-conscious about. Of course, my physical appearance, like many of us, and my imperfect smile. But one thing that I always been very self-conscious since I was a kid was my handwriting and also my ability to sketch or freehand drawing. And possibly this became even worse because I surrounded myself with very, very talented people all the time. Almost all of my career, I was surrounded by fantastic illustrators, designers, photographers, and artists. And I have to say that maybe my ability not to sketch very well or not to design very well in the sense of hand drawing actually developed my ability to express myself even better, because I had to get other people to understand my ideas. But I feel uncomfortable. I feel uncomfortable sketching. I feel uncomfortable writing. So I tend to switch. I tend to change this, and I tend to use other tools. And so I thought, this actually makes me uncomfortable. And this is why this first sketch is named An Uncomfortable Journey. And in 3 simple steps, I want to share with you my journey and how I want to use this discomfort to hopefully become better. The first part is, how do we grow? The question is, how do we actually grow? And why growth most of the time feels uncomfortable? Well, this is something that I discuss extensively in our Creative Leadership Masterclass, and it's the concept of perception of growth. So if I could draw a simple graph, and we put here we say value, and we represent it with a dollar sign, and here we put the time. One of the greatest limitations of us as humans is that we perceive growth as a linear journey, as a linear line. So we believe that to a certain amount of time results a certain amount of value. The reality is that growth doesn't really work this way. Most of the time, organic growth, real growth, is exponential, it's not linear. So what does it mean? It means that we keep on practicing until there is an inflection point. So this inflection point is where things change, and this is also what is called the compound effect. And when we reach this moment, something changes, and we start ramping up the curve, and we start growing exponentially until we reach whatever desired result we want. Now, the funny part, the hard part, is that this process, let me try to do that again. The interesting part is that this process is extremely uncomfortable. It's extremely uncomfortable because when we are, let me see if we could take this area and zoom up here. The problem is that we don't really see the growth because we only see that we are progressing little by little, little by little. And usually, if I take this this area, this is where I give up. Every time there were some moments where, you know, I say, for instance, in this place, I say, oh, well, you know, I don't really have the time to practice my sketching, for instance. Or, you know, here, I don't have the talent. I don't have the talent to draw and become better at sketching. Or I don't have the necessary expertise to sketch well. And so you give up. And I give up. I give up so many times. And this time I said, well, let me see if I can actually push through. What if I could find a way that is functional to my growth, for instance, in this example of the sketching, but also fulfills another need, which is communicating with you guys and giving you a couple of concepts on leadership. Now, the hard part, and this is, you know, we are aiming to this moment, to this journey where we can be fulfilled and happy and growth. But to reach this point, to arrive here, we have to push through. We have to push through. And the uncomfortable journey is the same journey that we all go through as a creative leader. Creative leadership is something that is simple but not easy. And for sure, our journey will be immensely fulfilling, but something that at the beginning will feel uncomfortable. We'll feel uncomfortable because we are here. We have to develop. We have to compound our knowledge. We have to find ways to rethink the way we used to do things. And this is generally, like we said, it's particularly uncomfortable. So I want to leave you with this question. What uncomfortable journey would you like to embark if you want to become sustainably better? And this is what creative leadership is all about, is our ability to rethink our leadership models so that we can obtain real growth and sustainable growth. So as usual, I'm Gianluca Cinquepalmi. This is Leadership Sketches. And until the next sketch, don't forget, inspire, challenge, and disrupt.